Hey, I'm back with No Frills Hi-Fi. Today I'm going to be doing a follow-up review of these Aperion Verus V8B Bookshelf Speakers. I've also got the RST aluminum ribbon super tweeters on top. The VB8s are $14.49 and the ribbon tweeters are $6.49, so total of $20.98 plus tax, of course. You're not going to get out of that. But I really want to do a follow-up because when I did the video previously, I'd listened to them quite a bit, but I've had a lot more time with them now. I did make some changes. I've upgraded my cables, not just the speaker cables, but also all the RCA interconnects. I haven't had a chance really to route them the way that I want to because I do need to drill a bunch of holes to be able to route the cables. I just haven't gotten there yet, haven't had the time, but I really wanted to put this review together because I noticed a huge difference. I will say, you know, I've tried a lot of cables throughout the years. I've never really felt like there was a huge difference. I've always kind of, you know, you go online, you hear all the, you know, it's snake oil, cables don't matter. You could use a rusty coat hanger or lamp cord and that works just fine. Sometimes it does. You know, I've had some lower end speakers that, you can't tell the difference. These are not lower end speakers though. These are really, really nice speakers. And if you watched my other review, I really couldn't find anything that I didn't like about them. I felt like they were really good speakers. Upgrading to these cables though made a huge difference. So these are audio ARC cables, and I'll put all the links to everything in the description. The RCA cables that I'm using, they are the E2.2 Cryo RCA. They have Rhodium connectors because I do unplug stuff all the time, so I wanted something a little more resilient. The SC5 ePlus Cryo speaker cables with Rhodium bananas are what I'm using. And I can tell you there absolutely is a difference. I felt like these speakers were really good before. Just the synergy, I mean, it is incredible, the difference that cables make. I'm a believer. I wasn't a believer before. I know I'm starting a fight. I know there's going to be people putting in the comments that, you know, you just need to pull a coat hanger out and use that. It's a waste of money. But I will say for me, it just really opened them up. They are really good speakers. They sound really good. They're a very warm speaker. The treble, especially with the super tweeters, is just spot on. They did maybe, I didn't really notice it until I used these speaker cables and RCA cables, but they definitely were just a tiny little bit on the tinny side, and these cables really, really warmed them up. But they also, the amount of detail that you get from these is just incredible. The bass is a lot tighter now. I did switch back and forth from the SKW cables to these. SKW, if you're not familiar, is a Chinese brand. They're kind of a low end of the better looking, higher end looking cable, but there's just no comparison with these cables. So I felt like I really wanted to give a more fair review, even though it was a good review before. I feel like these speakers could easily be an in-game speaker for anyone. I played a lot of different variety music, a lot of different genres, and I will say that they are just spot on everywhere. The only time that I felt like I really needed a tower speaker more was with just the, you know, the pure instrumental orchestral music. I did feel like I wanted a little bit more bass to them, but I don't feel like it was a problem in that the bass was nice and tight, the mids come through great, they're nice and warm. But I would like to check out some Aperion tower speakers at some point, because I do feel like maybe that would be a little bit better there. But I'm in a huge room. The camera's about in the middle of the room, so at my listening spot right in front of the camera there, these are more than enough even in this room. So I feel like tower speakers maybe aren't needed when you have these. Of course, these are very big. These are like 30 something pounds a piece. They are big bookshelf speakers, but I really feel like they had enough power. I threw a lot of power at them with my Pathos in-pole amp, the MK2, and it doesn't really matter at high volume. They perform fine. They perform great at low volume. I just can't say enough good about them. They do come in different colors, black and cherry. I would have picked black if I was ordering them, but now that I see the cherry, I really like it. It would be cool if it was a little darker and matched my cherry cabinets, but beggars can't be choosers. But I did just want to kind of do that follow-up for you, so you kind of understand that there are some things that you can change. Don't feel like you have to go out and spend a fortune on cables. These speakers sound great by themselves. If you want to take them up to that next level, cables are where it's at. But I appreciate you watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll put all the links in the description as always, and we'll catch you later.